Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel is Finding Value. Today we're going to do our daily technical analysis update of oil and natural gas. And today, again, we had a massive reversal. It's quite surprising. We were up quite strong. We were building momentum throughout the entire day almost. And then the end of the day came and what happened? we sold off quite dramatically. So I'm curious to see if this is kind of a reversal day where we actually end up heading a little bit lower. Because usually what happens is you end up with either a bearish piercing or engulfing type pattern. So we'll take a look at this. We'll see what is happening here, and I'll let you know what my opinions are on the charts. This is oil. Just to let you know, we were up on the 10-year yield, up 2.22%. We were basically flat with the dollar. Oil today left a big wick at the top here. So it basically ended almost where it opened and left a wick at the top, which means we could see either a little bit momentum coming down tomorrow or we chop sideways a little bit longer. Natural gas, on the other hand, looked quite strong and it finished quite strong. So natural gas doesn't look too bad. We'd still have this big down day and smaller up days within it. So it may still have a little bit more selling pressure left in it. I'd like to see small down days with large buying pressure up days. XOP had a nice reversal candlestick, quite dramatic at its resistance line. So it was ready to break out and then it sold off quite hard and actually ended 3% lower today. I wouldn't have guessed that. Honestly, quite a reversal today. Had a lot of momentum going here and something stopped that momentum. The sellers did. SM Energy following the footprint. This is a bearish piercing pattern potentially where we could head back a little bit lower. What I'm looking for is hopefully small selling pressure. We kind of come back and kiss this guy here and then head on up. But the reversal and how this thing played out was quite stunning. It's like, wow, I didn't expect that because I saw it in the morning and then I saw it later. Another bearish piercing here on CDEV. We had a nice good break and then a reversal candlestick where we might do a back test. So we might do a back test here. Crew Energy putting in a bearish engulfing, which means we could head to the bottom side of this channel. That's what could be in store for us next. Another bearish piercing pattern and how this reversed so quickly, where we could see a little bit of a downward movement here in the short term. Athabasca Oil Corp, bearish piercing of the day before. We could see a little bit downside pressure. Again, this could be kind of a retest. We could even head a little bit lower down here. It's possible. Recaf heading a little bit lower today. I like how this is a big up day here and a little bit of down days. So that's good there. To me, looking at this pattern here, it doesn't look too bad until this. I mean, everything's still holding really, really well. Downward, descending wedge, big buying pressure, small selling pressure, and descending wedges. And now the buying pressure is stronger than the selling pressure. So I'm waiting. I'm hopefully we can see a big move to the upside here. It's still intact. Now, if we start to see sellers kind of sell this thing off, then I would say it could be game off, depending how big the down days are. Northern Oil and Gas getting a bearish engulfing pattern. This could pull back some. Quite surprising how fast this thing reversed. We got a little wick at the top for Crescent Point Energy. Again, I think we're probably going to pull back a little bit. I think they released some news today with, I think it was a larger dividend increase or something like that. GTE, a little bit of a reversal, bearish piercing candlestick pattern where we could head a little bit lower in the short term. Same with Tellurian, bearish engulfing type pattern. Pedevco, a little bit, maybe we're coming back down and retesting this bottom trend line. Oasis Petroleum, this thing's broken its uptrend line. It came back and touched it, and hopefully this thing doesn't just blow out to the downside, but we could see downside here for the short term. CRK putting in a bearish engulfing. We could see this come and do a full retest all the way back down here. It's a possibility. Sand Ridge Energy, we were coming on up, bearish engulfing pattern, which means we're probably going to head lower in the short term. It's a possibility. And remember, these, we'll have to see what the pullback looks like. I don't know what it'll look like. I'm not projecting this to go all the way back down here. Maybe it's a few days and then we head higher. Difficult to say. Ring Energy getting a little bit of a bearish engulfing, bearish piercing type pattern where we could head a little bit lower. We've got Trillion Energy, looking at this guy, and I wouldn't be doing much there either. Surge Energy was killing it this morning. It looks like it came back a lot, up 1.8% with the wick at the top. We had a little wick at the top yesterday too, though, which means that our momentum is slowing and that we could potentially have a little bit of a pullback. And we had a pullback a little bit, 2.19% in Tamarack Valley Energy. So we kind of broke out of this pattern here, or at least playing with the upper line, and could pull back a little bit. And the way that I would draw this is not that. Let me just yank this thing down real quick. I would probably draw it more like this than what I have today. So that's what I'm seeing there. Big reversal today. I thought we were like off to the races here, but it reversed quite hard in the middle to end of the day, and we could see it pull back some in the short term. That's kind of what I'm seeing. That's what these bearish engulfing and bearish piercing candlesticks mean, which means we could have a short-term pullback. How big this pullback is, we'll have to find out. But I'm holding on. I'm not doing anything, guys. The thesis is all there. We have an inflationary period. The 10-year yield's going up. So short-term markets, they can do whatever they want, going all over the place. So short-term, I think we're going to have a pullback, and we'll see where we go from there. So let's continue to monitor it. And if you guys like monitoring this stuff, click subscribe, give me a thumbs up for the content, and we'll see you tomorrow. This is Finding Value.